Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and Eastern Resurgence with BFC Dynamo. And in today's episode, we're taking on Bayern. Bayern Light though, it's Bayern 2, not the senior team that everyone knows and loves. Not going to recognise a lot of people in here, I don't think. It's going to be a lot of young players and players that haven't really played for the first team. There might be one or two in here, I don't know. But, they are 12th, we are 14th. Fortunes have improved since last time we met. We got our first win last time, and that's started us off, and we've got a few more since then. So we've improved off screen. We are a lot better than we were before, and we're outside the drop zone now. So yeah, last time we picked up our first win of the season on the 8th attempt, the 8th match, and it was a 2-1 win over Osnabrück. The 18-year-old Mittelstadt getting a goal, and Azemi getting a goal in the second half. A good win, and the first of many, hopefully. We'll try and see how many points we can get. I think as long as we average more than a point per game, 40 points is going to be probably what we need to stay up. So that's the aim. If we can get more than that, fantastic. But let's do our very best to stay up. We're looking good so far. Let's see if we can keep up the form. After the Osnabrück win, we did record back-to-back wins, a second win in a row. 3-1 win away from home this time against Uerdingen, who are about the same as us. They're sort of a bottom half team. But we did really well in this one. We were really good with our finishing, and they just weren't. They did get an early goal, though. Leon Dejaku scoring their goal in the 8th minute. A strong start for them, but we equalised almost instantly. Bilal Kamari with his first goal of the season makes it 1-1. All 4 goals here coming in the first half, and we took a lead through Azemi on 23 minutes, giving us that second goal, a 2-1 lead. And then 10 minutes later, Mark Brasnic getting in on the score sheet to give us a 3-1 lead. A strong first half performance, and we held it in the second half, defended well. Hendel made a few saves and was one of our better players. Kolka did well, assisting 2 of the 3 goals. He was man of the match. Fantastic performance, and that shows what we can do. Like, we're not a bad team. I mean, we're a good team. Like, we've got a chance of staying up. We are rank outsiders, but we've got a chance. Fortunes did take a downturn there in the next match as we lost 3-1 at home to Munster, one of the better teams in the division at home. We weren't terrible in this one. Munster were just a lot better with their finishing than we were. Same number of shots on target. We did just edge the possession. Stats-wise, it was a close game, but Munster just showed their quality. We got an early lead there, Mark Brasnic scoring less than 5 minutes into the game. And again, it was a game with 4 goals, and they all came in the first half, and it was 3-1 to the away side. So just a big turnaround from the previous match. But this one, yeah, we just didn't play especially well. Some defending issues. But yeah, it wasn't too good. So we did take a lead, but then Munster pulled one back and then took control from then on in. Kobylanski scored a brace, making it 2-1, 15th minute and then the 20th minute. And then not long after that, the third goal was scored by Michael Fick to give them a 3-1 lead. 3 goals in about 7 minutes for them. Not great, but yeah, they're a good team. So I think we were always going to struggle to get a result there. After that, we did suffer back-to-back defeats as we lost 2-1 to Arlen. Again, like, stats-wise, it wasn't too bad. We had more possession. Again, shots on target was about the same, but we just couldn't finish them off. And then they got 2 goals, one from a fullback and one from Patrick Funk. It was Funk who took the lead on 29 minutes. Halili getting the equaliser for us, the defender getting in on a set piece. The keeper not really dealing with it very well. It was a very messy corner, very silly goal to concede for them. We did equalise, but Ben Thompson scored on 78 minutes from the bench to give them a 2-1 win, and we did suffer back-to-back defeats. But again, we bounced back, and it was a 3-1 win against Wolfsburg, who are bottom of the table at the moment. They don't look like a good team. And Brasnic with all 3 goals in this one, and there could have been another goal as well, but he missed a penalty. Strong performance against a team that were actually better than, I think, which you can't say very often in this division, but we were good in like sort of every aspect of this game. We just played really, really well, and Brasnic coming through with the goals. 2 of them came in the first half. The first goal coming on 11 minutes, and then it was at 2-0 about midway through the first half, 23rd minute, getting the second goal. And in the second half, Brasnic had a chance to complete his hat-trick on 57 minutes, winning a penalty, but he couldn't score it. It was a terrible penalty. It was straight down the middle, straight at the goalkeeper. And yeah, he had to wait for his hat-trick, but he did score it with one of the last kicks of the game. The 93rd minute, Brasnic did end up walking away with the match ball, which I'm pleased about. And yeah, we played really well in this match. He was undoubtedly man of the match, but everyone did really well. We defended well. We controlled the midfield. It was just a fantastic performance. And then lastly, a big result, maybe an upset, because Mainz are a good team. They're not ranked too high at the moment. I think they're in the relegation zone. They're very close to us. But we beat them 1-0 away from home in a surprising performance. I didn't think we'd win this one, but we did. It was a 1-0 win. Kamaria getting the only goal right at the end of the first half. And again, it was a game where we defended really, really well, which I don't know why we can't do every game. We just end up making silly mistakes sometimes, and that costs us points and results. But for the most part, the defending's been pretty good. Yeah, the run's been good. We've got 4 wins in our past 6 games, which is a fantastic run. We've got Bayern 2 today, and then we will start going round again. We've got Paderborn and Dortmund the last 2 games, and then we face everyone again. So, coming close to halfway through the season, we're looking good. We're just outside the relegation zone. We're playing okay. Just to show you the table, we've got 16 points from 13 games. We're 5 points clear of the relegation zone. Some bad results could see us drop back in there, but we're looking okay. I think if we can average more than a point in a match, then I think we'll be okay. So let's jump into the match. They're not allowed us to talk about. We're still heavily in debt, but I can't do anything about that. I'm within my wage budgets. I'm within all my budgets. The club's just not making any money. I think we're just going to be one of those clubs that is almost forever in debt. Although our projected finances are getting better. Like at the end of the season, we're going to be over £1 million in debt. And then next season we'll still be £1 million. But after that, it looks like we'll be on the up. But it might take a few years for us to clear this. Or we might need some loans or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a long game, I think, getting these finances right. Because we're insecure at the moment. But that's not my fault. So the team selection. This ideally would be my first 11 every time. McConnell is suspended because of his the amount of yellow cards he's picked up. So we're going to go back to Winter. Now we could go for Mittelstadt. But Winter is on loan from Leipzig. And I feel like we should be playing him more. So we'll have him on the bench today. He has had some really good games for us. He got a goal and an assist in back-to-back matches. But Winter's form... Do you know what? I'm going to play Mittelstadt. I'm going to give Winter the bench again. Michael Schlicht is injured. He's out for a couple of weeks. So he will have to miss out today. So we'll bring Philipp Schultz onto the bench. Mittelstadt is a bit tired though, 86%. I think he's not long played for the under-19s. So I think I will go with Winter today. No, he's even worse conditioning. Mittelstadt. I just... Make up your mind, Andy. Come on. That's what we're going to go with. Yeah, I don't recognise any of these players, but it's a 4-2-3-1. Top scorer at the front is Avina, who looks like a... He looks very, very good. He looks like an incredible striker. He is an inside forward on the left, naturally, but he's playing up front. And yeah, he looks like a player. Tillman seems to be the top assist maker. Again, he looks incredible. This is going to be a tough match. But let's see if we can keep our good run going. We've been playing really well recently, so let's keep it up. If we get a point here, that would be nice. You know, we haven't drawn many this season. I think we've only drawn maybe 3 or 4 games. But let's see what happens. If we lose this, we lose this. I think it's going to be a tough one, but let's see what happens. 5 minutes into the match. Good chance here. Silva with a long ball for Azemi, who finds Mark Brasnic, and Brasnic scores. 5 minutes in. We love these early goals at the moment. There's another one. And a 1-0 lead. Really good stuff, and a really good long ball from Silva to like sort of play a big part in that chance. A great ball for Azemi. That long ball play really does work. Maybe Route 1 football is the way to go. It works sometimes. Brasnic with an easy goal to score, really. The keeper wasn't getting anywhere near it. Fantastic start to the game, and got another highlight just a minute or so later. Fritzsche wins the header, and here is Steele, the German-Italian. What can he do? He's cutting inside, but that's a great ball for Azemi, who's been brought down. But Mittelstadt scored again. What is going on with these kids? 18 years old. He's got 2 goals and an assist. I think he might have played once or twice since we last met, but he's doing bits and he's keeping like the loanee from Leipzig out of the team. I mean, that fell to him. Like there was no way he was going to miss that. Azemi was brought down. We could have maybe had a penalty, but we played on and we got a second goal, 2-0 inside 10 minutes. 18 minutes coming up and it's a throw-in for us, and again we're in possession. And here is Mittelstadt, the goal scorer, to Bloom. Is it Philip or Patrick Bloom? I can't remember. There's a lot of Patricks in this game. Long ball, again. Azemi is going to get to this, and the defender doesn't, but he tries something clever, and Fruchtel was wise to it. Bayern have not had a shot at goal yet. There may be one here though. Jong with a free kick, and it's gone over everybody, but Cohn keeps it in play. And there's been a penalty. I think Mittelstadt has given that away. It didn't look like much then. It looked very soft. But I don't want to watch it again. We'll see the penalty. 31 minutes in. Avina from the spot here, and it's straight down the middle. Keeper dies left, and Bayern have a goal back with their first shot at goal, and it was a penalty. So that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, Hendel dived left. Avina went straight down the middle. It was a good penalty, but hopefully we'll keep hold of this. But they've got another chance here. They're starting to finally wake up at Bayern, and Johansson's effort goes over. It's getting a half time with this lead because Bayern are starting to wake up at the moment. They've had the possession, but they just haven't created anything. Halili with a sliding tackle then, and he's been called over by the ref. Is this going to be a straight red card? It didn't look bad. It's a red card. It didn't look bad to me. It looked like he won the ball, but we've had a red card now. Our centre back has been sent off. Mittelstadt is very tired. I'm going to have to take off one of my forwards. I'm going to have to bring Izemi off. And we'll have to bring on a centre-back. Seaman is going to have to be. And that could really put a spanner in the works. Halili with a straight red card. Let's get in a half-time with this lead. And we may have to just be defensive for the second half. Or we could get a goal here right at the end. Bloom with a header. Mittelstadt's done it again! 2 goals for Mittelstadt. He's a ball-winning midfielder. And he scored 3 goals in about 5 matches. What is going on? We've got 10 men and we're 3-1 up. Let's see this again. Brasnitz with a free kick. We've conceded so many free kicks like this. Bloom with a header. Yilmaz's clearance was awful at Mittelstadt. Again, the quick reflexes. He was in the right place at the right time. But this Mittelstadt has just completely blown me away. At half time, 3-1 up, but a man down. That could be a problem. I'm going to drop Kamari a bit deeper. Go with a very straight 4-4-1. I don't see us scoring another goal in the second half, but as long as we just hold on, that'd be fine. I mean, Bayern are going to go for it now, aren't they? I'm going to stay on balance, but if we get to like maybe 70 minutes, I'm going to have to go defensive at some point. Bayern looking for something here. Tillman. Johansson goes for goal, and it hits the crossbar, and I thought Bloom was going to concede then or score. Brasnitz in possession here, 51 minutes. That's a bad pass. Davies looking for goal. Goes for it, but it's off target. But Brasnitz giving it away badly then. Seaman to Steele. You could look for a through ball for Brasnitz here. He's sitting kind of deep. And now he's making the run. And Brasnitz, surely that's got to be a goal. No, Fruchtel gets to it. But we're still creating stuff. Even though we've got 10 men, we're still doing stuff. And a corner here. Brasnitz to take this. 52 minutes still. And it's cleared. And Young wins that, but we're okay. Right, Mittelstadt is getting very tired out there. I know he's played well, but we need to keep him fresh. Winter's going to come on. That's 2 changes made, 61 minutes. Hopefully we don't get any injuries or something. Again, we'll go for a tighten up because I want to keep hold of this. But Bayern have been terrible today. We've been fantastic. Coming up to the last 10 minutes, I'm going to go defensive. And Yilmaz here. Bayern are going to start going for it now, I think. Shabani to Jong. Johansson, Tillman. Is he going to go for goal? He is. Again, it's not on target. They've been wasteful. 10 shots, just 4 on target. And we're getting away with this here today. I've got one more change to make. It's going to be Kamaria coming off for Urkic. Put a 3-1 win here. Let's go for a praise. Oh, and Kolka's off injured. We've just made that change and now we've got an injury. So we've got 9 men. We've got to play 5 minutes with 9 men. Oh my god. Right, let's put Winter very deep as like an anchor man. And let's go very defensive. There's a late free kick here. Ravina, 89th minute. Hendel makes the save. And Will, just Will, who's offside. Paul Will. He's got 2 first names. Right, 4 minutes of injury time with 9 men. The injury time's just expired. Young with a corner here. And Bloom with a header away. And it's full time. We've held on with, what was that? Like over almost an hour with 10 men? What was the red card? 40 minutes. So more than a half with 10 men. A few minutes with 9 men. They had 2 more players than us and they still couldn't score. We have been fantastic today. Bayern 2. Awful. Kolka out for a few days. He'll be back very soon then. Halili gets a 1-match ban for his red card. I don't know if he'll get any more than that. 3 wins in a row for the first time this season. 5 wins in 7 matches. Suddenly the form's really turned around and we're in 11th. We've turned into a mid-table side. That is an incredible result. Speaking of Bayern, actually, I looked at this and the first Bayern team is in like, they're in 12th. They're in 12th place in the Bundesliga. I don't know what's going on with them, but they have not started well. I mean, they're only about 8 games in. They are 8 games in. But they've won every league since 2013. And they're in the bottom half of the table. Also, what's weird is that the manager, I mean, I've changed his name to Niko Kovac, but if you look at his real name, it's Max Mustermann. So I don't know why his name isn't Niko Kovac. I've changed his nickname to be that, just so it's true to real life. But for some reason, his name's Max Mustermann. I don't know why that is, because the German leagues are licensing this game for the first time. So that's a confusing one. But suddenly we are in excellent form, and hopefully it continues. Let's see what we've got coming up then. Freiburg 2 are next up, who we are ahead of. And then Braunschweig are in the top half. That's going to be tough. And Kaiserslautern, who are 12th, so they're close to us. And then Paderborn, who are second, and Dortmund, who lead. So those two are going to be very tough, and we've finished the season with those two. But next time we meet, I think we're going to do Magdeburg. They're local rivals to us, and historic rivals, I think. And I've already played Wehen. I'm going to play Paderborn and Dortmund at the end of the season. I don't want to go too far beyond that. That'll be a lot to do off screen. So we're going to do Magdeburg next time round. And that will be just before our winter break as well. So after that, we'll be looking at seeing if we need any transfers and seeing if we can keep hold of our players. Actually, speaking of keeping hold of our players, we need to get Mittelstadt on a contract. He's on a non-contract, meaning that anybody could pick him up. We're offering him one right now. There we go. Tied down Mittelstadt for a little bit. That's why we lost those other 2 youngsters. One of them's called Jovic or Kovic or something, because they were on contracts, so that means that anyone can pick them up. So Mittelstadt is now on a contract, so we're going to keep hold of him, hopefully. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below and leave comments. And if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I'll see you next episode for Magdeburg, who are just a place above us and just a point above us. And hopefully by the time we next meet, we'll be ahead of them, because we've been playing really well so far. Like, we started badly, but we're doing bits now. We've got an 18-year-old who is really taken me by surprise with just how well he's been doing. But stuff's going really, really well, and hopefully it continues. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.